Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today, my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make oven-grilled Filipino-style pork belly strips or Inihaw Na Liempo. Do you want to try saying it?
Inihaw Na Liempo.
That's very good.
Traditionally, these would be made on a gas or charcoal grill, but since we live in New York City and don't typically have access to those, we are going to use our oven's bake function. Thanks so much for this request. We hope you like this video. To start, we're going to make the marinade mixture. In a large, non-reactive bowl like glass or stainless steel, add in a 1/4 cup of banana ketchup, 1/2 cup of Sprite, 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, juice from 1 lemon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 6 cloves of minced garlic, and 1 small yellow onion roughly chopped. Mix these well to combine. Add in 2.5 to 3 pounds of pork belly strips. Ideally, they should be about 1 inch thick, with all the strips approximately the same thickness so they get cooked at the same rate. Make sure they are well covered and submerged in the marinade, and cover the bowl with plastic wrap. We're going to marinate the pork belly strips in the fridge for 8 hours to overnight.
When you're ready to grill the pork, preheat your oven to 285 degrees Fahrenheit and take a large sheet pan and place 2 large rectangles of aluminum foil on it. Take the strips of pork out of the marinade and place them side by side, touching each other in the middle of the aluminum foil with the skin side up. Fold the edges of the foil up so that the foil forms a 2-layer wall against the sides of the pork. The sides of the pork, or the meat part, should be tightly covered with foil, but the top of the pork, which is the skin part, should be exposed. It's really important that the skin side is up and exposed, otherwise the skin will end up chewy and rubbery. Once you have your rectangle of foil-enclosed pork with the top exposed, pat the skin dry with paper towels as much as possible to remove excess moisture. Then brush the skin side of the strips with 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. The oil will help salt stick to the skin. Then sprinkle 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt on the oil-covered skin. 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt should be enough for all the strips of pork. Adding more will make the pork too salty. We need just enough kosher salt to promote crackling later on. Put this in your preheated oven at 285 degrees Fahrenheit and cook for about 2.5 hours. Or until the pork belly pieces reach a minimum internal temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooking the pork to an internal temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit at a low oven temperature will render the excess fat off the meat and will result in soft and tender pieces. Now, turn up the oven temperature to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a new roasting dish, cover it with aluminum foil for easier cleanup, and put a metal rack over the aluminum foil covered roasting dish. Place the strips of pork belly on the metal rack, again with the skin side up. During this high heat grilling step to crisp up the skin needs to be as level and horizontal as possible while in the oven. If you notice unevenness in your strips of pork, use folded up pieces of aluminum foil to prop up the ends that are lower so that the top surface of the strips are level and horizontal. The pieces of aluminum foil should also support the strips so that they are stable and do not topple over, and remain skin side up during this high heat crisping step. Place the roasting dish into the preheated oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit and cook at this high temperature for 5 to 15 minutes, or until the skin blisters and crisps up. Rest the pork for a minimum of 15 minutes before slicing. We recommend checking on the pork often during this final crisping step, as the sugars from the marinade will caramelize quickly and can burn if left in the oven for too long. If your strips are of different sizes and thickness, we recommend removing individual strips from the oven as they get done and continue cooking the remaining strips until the skin blisters and crisps up.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for our pork strips to cool, we're going to make our favorite vinegar, garlic, and chili dip. In a small bowl, add in half a cup white vinegar, 2 cloves of sliced garlic, half a teaspoon of granulated sugar, 1/8 teaspoon red chili flakes, and a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper. Mix together to combine. And there it is, Filipino-style oven-grilled pork belly.
Or Inihaw Na Liempo. Serve with a vinegar chili garlic dip. Ang
Ang
sarap!
sarap.
Yum.
So good.
So good. That slow roasted pork has such a soft and tender bite.
And it's perfectly complemented by the crisp and crackly skin.
Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make this Inihaw Na Liempo. Send us pictures of your dishes on Facebook and Instagram. The links are below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. And for our written recipes, be sure to check out cookingwithkurt.com. Maraming salamat!